Game in the game. Oder nicht?
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind,
Okay.
my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Ja, wenn es gehen würde. Wundervoll. Hm. Ich habe meinen Namen doch gar nicht, kann man auch gar nicht sagen.
Jim.
Nee, falsch.
So, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named
Ja.
Jim.
Bin ich
I
aber
want
nicht.
you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you
Welcher
feel
Jim?
it deeply? Are you really...
Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim.
Jim.
All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
Jim.
See, if you'd only played along, that would have been your name the button says, but no. Instead, oh, I can't even think about it. I'm taking the Jim button away.
Was denn?
Jim. 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 Jim.
Schade. Ah, den Button weg. Ja, also der Jim Button geht auch nicht. Also der Name Button.
Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable 2. They would appreciate what I've created here. Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Kannst ja gerne machen. Jetzt hier. Ach, hier geht's. Ja. Hin. Happy birthday.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is. Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Okay. Ist das da oben? Avatar?
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Kann ich abstellen, da habe ich nur einen doofen Eimer dabei. Und Scheiß.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Da war ich schon. Ein bisschen komisch. Naja. Oh, das Ding war ich gar nicht komisch. Mal gucken. Oh, ganz toll. Immer. Ganz, ganz. Ich muss mal versuchen, wie es geht. Es nervt. Oh, das ist extra so gemacht. Nervt. Ja, schau mal hier oben. Ach, da. Ja. Umkreis, Ausgang auf der Seite. Sammelobjekte, Gratiserfolg. Der Gratiserfolg war ja schon. Unendlich. Noch. Okay.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
So. Eine in der Mitte. Einmal. Ja. Einer von 6. Ah, ja. Sehr schön.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Das auch eine, will ich auch haben. Schau mal. Artist Erfolg. Da geht er nicht. Da geht er nicht. Da nicht aktiviert. All abgedrehter Spiel, ich weiß. Logisch, aber naja. Aha, 2 von 4. Vielleicht die Zahl am Ende allen. Also, nein. Weiß ich nicht. Aha. So. Och. Circle habe ich schon gemacht. Ja.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Ja nicht.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do
Ganz
say
toll.
so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things. Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
Was denn?
Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Gleich ranzoomen. Genau, was da steht. Gut, ja, nicht so.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you... Oh, for heaven... You see? I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the, teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Okay. Ich erkläre, warum es kleiner wird, als es hochfährt.
this space of mine. My head's stronger. Now you're no longer using up this space of mine. My head's stronger. Now you're no longer using up this space of mine. My head's stronger. What?
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley! Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back.
Hast du verpasst gerade? Weiß nicht. Vielleicht kann ich nochmal zeigen, weiß nicht, ob ich sie wirklich hattest. Oh, okay, wir sind am Anfang wieder schade. War cool, das Loch. Okay. Noch ins Loch gehen.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Nicht Loch, da habe ich nochmal rein. Hab ich gesagt, und jetzt? Gucken, ob es jetzt ein paar Sachen mehr gemacht. Vielleicht gibt es jetzt. Jetzt sind Stanley Parable 2 in dem Prototyp. Das funktioniert auch nicht. Ist ein bisschen abgedreht, ja. Ich habe mal die Musik gewechselt. Jetzt noch mal ins Loch rein. Dann geht nicht. Dann geht nicht, habe ich. Loch. Der Jim genau glaubt, dass er da ist. Ich habe nur Jim. Weiß nicht, warum ich einen Eimer habe. Keine Ahnung. Auf jeden Fall gekriegt. Fast nie Zeit. Okay, hatte ich aber. Doch, ich trotzdem noch. Cool gewesen. Endlich doch. War. Ach, genau. Doch geradeaus. Vielleicht geht's ja noch, aber ich glaube nicht dran. Oh, no. Doch ist. Hey. Oh. Warte. Oh no. Warte. Neue Zeit so nicht Loch. Und Okay. Auch schon gemacht hier.
Come now. You've already made your choice. It's true that you chose badly, but we all have to move on from our mistakes.
Jetzt? Ja, nicht. Ja, auch schon gemacht. Geht nicht, schade. Ja, noch gemacht. Drück nochmal. Wo war ich jetzt? Ach, schnell überall. Ja, Ausgang, ne? Ausgang war ich. Nee, das will ich noch gehen. So, okay. Das Ausgang ist. Das Loch habe ich leider kann ich nicht wiederholen, leider. Der Ausgang, wo ist der? Hinten. Ausgang. War ich schon überall? Was denn? Der Ausgang?
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Mhm. Okay. Hier war es mit dem Ausgang, glaube ich. Das ist komisch, einmal hingekriegt. Nicht mehr. Was ich mache, Nano. Was denn? That's new. Das ist neu? Okay, schauen wir mal, was da ist. Irgendwie wird der Ausgang gerade. Ist ein Ausgang. Der Ausgang ist. Da. Irgendein Ausgang mal gelesen. Ja, wo ist der? Sammelobjekte habe ich schon, gratis habe ich schon, größte endlich Loch habe ich auch schon gemacht. Jump habe ich auch schon gemacht. Ja, guck mal. Ausgang. Exit. Gut. Mit Eimer.
All right, have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Ja, natürlich. Okay. Was denn?
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. So, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready?
Ja,
here it is.
I guess.
I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh, wow.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement.
Das ist normal, genau.
Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need
Hallo,
the structure
willkommen
and
bei
the
Stanley
gameplay of the
Parade,
original.
in Klammern
Wait.
2.
Maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction,
Ist klar.
this
Mach mal.
is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up.
Das mal.
All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Ah. Wahnsinn. Bildschirm. Oh mein. Ich mal was Einstellung gucken. Nichts fällt lassen. Okay. Jetzt fängt wieder von vorne an. Pass mal auf. Das lieber anders. Fertig.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Klicken zum Überspringen.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was
Ah, das sind die Ballons
employee
vom
number
letzten Mal.
427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed.
Übersprungen jetzt. Das ist ein ganz tolles Neues. Kannst überspringen. Oh, und
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
Ballons
mean?
noch.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Hat er das geändert? Weiter. Ich habe. Das ist schon. Okay. Das ist der zweite Durchgang, der dritte Durchgang eigentlich.
Stanley felt the bucket calling to him, begging him to pick it up. Why was he not doing it?
Das ist ein Eimer aufheben. Ah. Jetzt. Zusammengeschnitten.
Stanley picked up the
Juhu.
bucket.
Warum weiß ich aber nicht.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay.
Still no one was here. Stanley
Leute.
needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Was? Warum?
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy? It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
Ja, ich stell's ab. Halte ich davon. Geht, aber es geht natürlich nicht.
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go. There. Now it's settled. No more debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
Da oben? Nee. Hä?
All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see, I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket. That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket. There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
Gib mir mehr Sticker, gib mir mehr Sticker. Los, los, los. Noch mehr Sticker. Hau rein. Ein Sticker mehr.
You know what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us the silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.